What's up, everybody? This is Emmanuel live at NPEA 2025 in Philadelphia, and I'm so excited to have this awesome conversation. I'm gonna let my guest introduce herself. It's really dope, and I'm looking forward to this convo. Question.
Hi everyone, I'm Samantha Karp. I am a senior product manager at Common App, and I oversee our direct admissions program, and that is why I'm at NPEA talking about direct admissions and what it means for students and counselors.
All right, for those people that do have no clue what Common App is, or they're like they 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 have hesitations, can you just
Yep.
break down what Common App is and maybe dispel some hesitations?
Yeah, absolutely. So Common App is an application platform. We have 1,100 members representing colleges and universities, mostly within the US, but we do have some international members as well. And so if you are looking to apply to a four-year college, you can likely find them on the Common App. And so instead of having to answer the same question multiple times, Common App gives you a platform to answer questions once and allows you to apply to college in a more streamlined and easy way.
That's yeah, like since I've been in this space, like seeing Common App pop up and seeing how many people are starting to go about it and use it for school and things like that. What are some interesting things that people may not know about Common App?
Yeah, absolutely. So this year is actually Common App's 50th anniversary.
Wow.
And so Common App started with 15 member colleges. And as I said, we're now up to over 1,100 member colleges. So we've had a lot of growth. And for students, that just means that they're able to find way more college options on the platform. And a lot of colleges accept the Common App, and so a great way to find out if a college you're interested in going to is on the Common App. It's a great idea just to create an account and check it out. We also have a lot of free resources available no matter what stage of the college planning process you're at, and so we're really here to help you navigate the college application process.
All right, let's dig into this. What exactly is a direct admissions? Can you break that down? How does it differ from the traditional college application process?
Yeah, definitely. So direct admissions is basically flipping the traditional process on its head. And so instead of students first applying to colleges, colleges are actually providing proactive offers of admission before a student even applies. So based on the student's GPA and other factors, you as a student can be eligible to receive direct admissions. So Common App's direct admissions program is exclusively for first generation and below median income students. And so we're really focused on access and equity in the college admission process, which is Common App's larger goal in general is to be a trusted source for access, equity, and integrity in the college admissions process. And direct admissions is a great way to help us do that. If you want to see if you're eligible for direct admissions, start filling out the Common App. You don't have to do anything special. We have the criteria from the colleges, and we'll see if you're a match based on the information from a few simple questions within the Common App.
So you mentioned that the focus on those in low income and first generation students. What are some of the ways that Common App is kind of alleviating the stress or removing the barriers for these individuals?
Yeah, so direct admissions' whole purpose is to make students feel worthy and welcomed on a college campus and providing those offers of admission before students even apply. We've heard give them a real sense of confidence in the process and that they can do this. Knowing that a college wants you can be really empowering and help you start the process. And so that was really where we started with direct admissions, was getting feedback from students on how direct admissions offers changed their college process, and we continuously hear that receiving an offer of direct admission makes students feel more confident and feel like their hard work in high school really pays off. And so knowing that a college wants you and then just having to submit the application and knowing that you're going to be accepted is a real confidence booster for students.
Definitely is, and I'm thinking when you're talking about confidence boosters and like some of the things that may be keeping. Has students talked about what's keeping them from going through that process? Yeah, have you heard any like weird myths? Or
I think the biggest myth is that when students receive an email from Common App letting them know that they have direct admissions offers, they're not sure if it's real. And so it is real. The emails that you're getting from Common App are legitimate, and these colleges are offering you a place at their school. And so that's really the biggest one that we continuously hear. The other is that the colleges have this information. We don't share information about the students until a student takes action on that offer. As a student, just know that you have the power to make the decisions based on the offers you receive of which ones you want to act on.
Wow, having the power to make the decision. Empowering students to just know, all right, look, I can take these steps. It's not as intimidating as I thought it was. What about the parents out there that are intimidated, even more intimidated than the students, especially for a first generation parent or a parent who's from a low income? Can you speak to them or kind of help ease some of that tension?
Yeah, absolutely. So as part of our direct admissions program, we also send an email to the students' parents, letting them know that their student has an offer of direct admission. And so we're hoping that in that email, we provide some resources about what direct admissions is and how to help their students through the process. Direct admissions process is really easy. All a student needs to do is fill out the rest of their Common App and submit the application, and that's all they need to do to act on an offer of direct admissions. And so for parents, just encouraging students to go into Common App, create an account, and see what offers they get from there is really the most important first step. Right. And there's no additional action or special action that a student needs to take. There's nothing that they need to indicate or flag in their application. Just starting to fill out the regular Common App is a great first step.
All right, and in the same vein, how about counselors out there? And you could talk from personal experience because you have the experience in the background. We was talking about this off camera, but you have that background in terms of on that admission side or the counseling side. Could you speak to the counselors out there that might be watching, or some admin that may be I don't know about this?
Yeah, absolutely. So as a counselor, we try to provide as many resources as possible through the Common App for counselors to learn about direct admissions. So there's a ton of resources available on our website. It includes all of the schools that offer direct admissions, as well as the perks included within the direct admissions offer. So one of the biggest perks of direct admissions offers is that a lot of colleges actually waive admission requirements. So they waive things like the personal essay or letters of recommendation. And so it's making the process even easier for students. And so we have a list of schools that are participating, as well as the requirements that they waive, and any financial aid offers that are also associated with being a direct admissions student. So we definitely encourage counselors to let students know that this is real, that they should start filling out their Common App, and we have resources available to help counselors navigate the process and help students figure out what a direct admissions offer could mean for them.
Gotcha. And just to understand, it's not every school is on Common App.
No.
So just how many schools again is on there?
So this year, for the 24-25 application cycle, we had about 130 schools that were participating in our direct admissions program. Wow. And so it's a lot of schools from all across the country that are doing and participating in direct admissions.
Gotcha. And that leads kind of to my next question, what's the future for Common App in this area, and plans to kind of expand and things like that?
Yeah, so I think we're continuously trying to learn and grow our direct admissions program, trying to get more member colleges on board so that more students have the opportunity to take advantage of direct admissions offers, and also just listening and learning from students about how we can best get what direct admissions is to students. I think that's, because it is somewhat newer in the college admissions space, and there are a lot of different direct admissions programs out there, whether it's through states or through vendors like Common App. each program is slightly different. And so what we're trying to do is really help students navigate that landscape and feel like they have a place on a college campus, and making sure that they know that a direct admissions offer is something that they can take advantage of.
And for any folks in admissions, other universities, because we have some universities that follow us, or admissions people from there that follow us, how can a school get tapped into Common App?
Yeah, so if your school is not already part of the Common App, definitely feel free to reach out to us. If you are part of the Common App but not participating in direct admissions, also feel free to reach out to us, and we'll be happy to provide more information and what that looks like for you. As a member college, we try to make the process easy for students and easy for the members as well. So the configuration for the program happens within the same place that colleges are configuring. And so, members are able to configure the criteria they need to make sure that it fits their admissions and what they're looking for in terms of enrollment.
Awesome. All right, we're gonna get to some quick fire questions.
Sounds good.
What college did you attend?
I went to the University of Virginia.
Okay. And what was your major there?
I was a double major in psychology and women, gender, and sexuality.
Got you. And what made you take that major, and how did it lead to what you're doing now?
Yeah, so I think I really followed what I was interested in. In high school, I had learned a little bit about psychology, but my high school didn't offer any psychology classes, and so that was something I was always interested in learning more about, just how people interact and how they think. But then when I got to UVA, I was also looking for smaller class sizes, and that's hard to do with a large department like psychology, and so I kind of by accident stumbled into a women, gender, and sexuality class. It was one of the only things that fit into my schedule my first year. And I took a class and I fell in love. It was just a really interesting way to look at the world. And I felt like I could apply it no matter what future career I decided to pursue. And I loved being able to have discussions with my classmates and connect more deeply with my professors.
Since you said like it could connect anything you would do in the future, do you see a through line now with what you're doing with Common App, and even when you were guidance counselor, right?
Yeah, I was a college counselor through the College Advising Corps.
Wow.
And so I definitely think there are a lot of overlaps. Thinking about a lot of my work has always been through the lens of access and making sure that students, no matter where they come from, have access to post-secondary opportunities. And so I think being able to understand the different challenges that students come from, whether it's their race or gender or sexuality or anything like that, just having that background makes me a better advocate for students.
That's really awesome. What was your favorite college memory?
I laughed when you sent me this question because I have to say that my favorite college memory is meeting my future husband on a blind date.
That's beautiful. That's what's up. That's what's up. Wait, did he go to the same school as you?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. See, I met my wife the same way, but it wasn't a blind date.
Okay.
When we met, that's special. You got, you got all the memories you can. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, with pictures of us graduating together, so it's really special.
All right, if you could say one thing to your high school self, what would it be?
I think it would be to take a deep breath and know that things work out for a reason. I think looking back on the college process, it wasn't exactly what I envisioned. UVA wasn't where I thought I would end up, and it turned out to be the best decision and the best place for me. So I really believe that students can find what they're looking for at a variety of colleges, and really trusting in who you are and leaning on your support structures is really important in the college process.
Awesome. Well said, Samantha. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Awesome interview.
Thank you.
Right, thank you. We out.